Assam went to elections in three phases. You had the first phase on the 27th of March, 47 seats. Second phase on the 1st of April, which was 39 seats. Third phase on the 6th of April with 40 seats. Now, in this election, you've got the BJP, the Assam Gana Parishad, and the United People's Party Liberal, UPPL, fighting together. You've got the Congress, the AIUDF, and the Bodoland's People Front and the CPIM fighting as one. And in the exit poll, the results of which you're about to see for the first time on India Today, we have a total sample size in Assam of 27,189. So there are 126 assembly constituencies, which means on an average there are about 216 voters who were sampled in every seat. So this is a poll on every single seat of Assam, and let's now put out for the first time the results. Rajdeep, ready?
A fascinating election in Assam. Many people thought it had become very, very tight. So what is the Axis My India poll for India Today showing? First, the vote share. BJP, JP Nadda, the president, 48%. Sonia Gandhi, Congress's interim president, 40% to the Congress, 48% to the BJP, 8% gap. 12% others, and these others include smaller parties like the Assam Jatiya Parishad and the Raijor Dal, who contested as a united third front. How is this translating into numbers? And remember, Assam can be a nightmare sometimes in that context, but these are our projected seat share. 75 to 85 out of the 126 seats of Assam. The BJP is the party which has clearly gone ahead in Assam and set to retain power. What about the Congress-led alliance that included the AIUDF and the Bodoland People's Front? 40 to 50. So the Congress is clearly the second-placed alliance, perhaps doing a little better than they did in 2016, but not well enough, clearly. And the 1 to 2 to the 1 to 4 to the smaller parties that include the Assam Jatiya Parishad, the Raijor Dal, and Independent. So clearly, Rahul, the BJP, which won Assam for the first time in 2016, is set to repeat its success. And that is a huge achievement in an age when political parties often find, particularly the BJP, has found it difficult in recent times in states like Jharkhand to repeat their success. Here they are doing it.
Against the BJP in Assam is an alliance of the Congress, the AIUDF of Badruddin Ajmal, and the Bodoland People's Front. If you just add up the supposed arithmetic of these parties, the BJP should be decimated. Despite that, the BJP repeating its performance from the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, all set to come back to power in a very emphatic show. Remember, the general buzz amongst the pundits was that the Congress was doing much better, that the BJP's graph was slipping. Our poll suggests that is not the case. And this is despite the Congress, AUDF doing very well in the Muslim-dominated seats. Out of the seats in Barak Valley and Lower Assam, the Congress AUDF is expected to win 28 seats, which means they're doing really well in pockets of Assam. But because of the fact that in Upper Assam and in North Assam, the BJP has swept, it ends up in front and it ends up across the finishing line.
Absolutely, Rahul. You see, what Assam seems to have been a state split wide open. You go to Lower Assam, the arithmetic of an alliance between the Congress, the AIUDF, and the Bodoland People's Front, and to some extent Barak Valley, has worked in their favor. But there are 77 seats in Central, North, and Upper Assam. And Upper Assam, crucially, NDA likely to win 58 seats. So you've got really two states voting here. Where the arithmetic of the alliance worked, the Congress-led alliance has done well because of the sheer numbers. But where what has happened as a result is a clear counter-polarization in Upper Assam. And that's where the BJP has done remarkably well.
But this is despite the fact that this is the one state that saw maximum protests on account of the Citizenship Amendment Act. And despite that, the opposition couldn't, according to the results of this exit poll, build on that street agitation to snatch power away from the BJP, which is a big failure for the opposition and a very big achievement for the government if, of course, these numbers are right in the end.